Okay, so in our last lecture, we have built to some point our SEO component. We have provided our data as a static query, and we're extracting that data in a constant over here. However, I have noticed some mistakes. Here I have misspelled the word title, so it was grayed out. We're also not using our keywords over here, so let's just tell that we want to use our keywords as keywords. So now what we would want to do is to provide our helmet in our return statement over here. So let's just format it a little better. And as far as I remember, I have copied my helmet over here. So let's just copy it and delete our comment. And in our SEO component, we would want to paste that. And now we are not currently having our helmet on top imported. So let's import that. Let's import helmet from React-helmet. Okay, so now here we are currently having our content provided as a constant. We would want to provide it from SEO.description. The keywords are going to come from the same place. We want to provide SEO.keywords, and the robots is going to be the same. It's not going to be changed. So now what we would want to do here is to provide our title as well. So let's provide here our SEO.title. We also want our image to be displayed over here. So let's go ahead and create a new meta tag with the name of image and the content to be equal to our SEO.image. So let's close that with like that. Okay. So now what we would want to do is whenever we provide some properties, some props basically to our SEO component, we would want to change the title, the description, keywords of our page here. So let's go ahead and provide the props over here on top. Let's get title, description, keywords, and we would also want our image to be provided as props. Okay. So now in order to provide our title instead of our default title whenever it is present, we would want to provide here OR statement. So we would get our title if it is provided. If it is undefined, this will return false, and it will provide the default title here. The same we are going to do for the description or the default description. The URL is going to be the same, and it's going to be provided from our site metadata. And the default image is going to be provided like that here, either the image or the default image. And for the keywords, we would need to provide them as default keywords over here in our site metadata. So let's change that in our query, keywords. So those are going to be our default keywords for our page, and whenever we provide custom keywords, we're going to apply those, or we're going to use our default keywords. Okay, so this looks good. Now we have built our SEO component, and the last thing that we would need to do is to export it. Just type export default SEO, and Now the last thing that we would need to do is to import that in our layouts. So this is it for this lecture. In the next lectures, we're going to provide our SEO component to our blog post layout and our primary layout. So see you in the next lecture.